My name is Jessica, to put a name to the face that's been going around amongst friends of family. I have been diagnosed with breast cancer. It's ductal carcinoma, and this is going to be my video of my journey. I plan to do this pretty much every week, just like as an update, because I have family all across. I have a big support system, and it's hard to keep up with who I messaged, who I didn't message, if I messaged them. But also another reason why I'm doing this is because I don't know where or how far this video will go, but I wanted to do it also because if someone out there is going through the same thing or is about to go through the same thing and they don't have the big support system like I do, and they just need someone to listen to, feel comforted in a way, that's why I'm doing it as well. I know a lot of people are going through worse things, terminal cancer and everything, but for me this feels like the worst bit, and I just wanted to share it. But yeah, it's not gonna define my life. It's just a chapter in my life. It's gonna be a hard one, but I plan to get through it. Just want to start off with almost like a timeline, I would say, and just give updates along the way and update right now. But the first week of October is when I found the first lump, my left lump in my left breast. It hurt, and I heard normally lumps in breast don't hurt if it's cancerous. It's probably a cyst, I was told. So I wasn't that scared, but of course my mind races a lot, so it was a bit frightening in a way. But I had scheduled my doctor's appointment for October 14th, and a few days before that I found another lump in my right breast. That one didn't hurt because I didn't know that it was there until I felt it. And I know with some people they say, well, if you had one on your left, why didn't you check your right? And it didn't occur to me at that time when I felt the left side. I was more focused on the left, that I didn't check the right. And I'm weird like that, I don't know. But I went to my doctor's appointment. She felt the lumps, and she said it could be that ducts are right there where they're at, and they could be clogged, or it could be built up tissue. She was pretty sure that it was either one of those two. She said I could do an ultrasound, or we can wait to see if they go away, but she didn't think that they would go away on their own. So we ended up doing the ultrasound. I scheduled my ultrasound for the 18th, and went in, got the images done. The radiologist did all of them, and then the doctor came in to take a look as well. And when he was done, he pretty much told me I have fluid on the left side, but with a mass. It's the fluid pretty much is with the mass, and then the right side is just a mass. So he told me that he wanted to schedule a biopsy. They were going to aspirate the fluid from the left side, and if it didn't collapse, then they would take a biopsy of the left side as well. So I scheduled my biopsy for October 25th, and they tried to aspirate the fluid. It didn't collapse like they wanted to. They thought if they drained the fluid, then the thing would collapse, but it didn't. And so they ended up taking a biopsy of my left side and my right side, and that was painful. It was yeah. I'd never had a biopsy, and I didn't know what to expect, and afterwards it hurt, the bruising and everything, but that's besides the point. Then October 30th is when I got the results from my doctor, and she called me, and honestly that day something told me, I wouldn't say something told me, but I had this feeling that I should stay home. I don't know what it was. It was just a feeling that, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it was just that feeling like something doesn't feel right. So I stayed home. I got the call from my doctor, and then it started out like a good conversation. The tone of it did. And then when she said, "I'm so sorry," that's when I knew it wasn't good. And she told me that I had cancer cells in both of my masses that they biopsied. And that day was just, it was kind of like a blur. When I first found out, of course, I cried at the edge of my bed. I was crying and I was crying and I was crying. Because I know I've heard it's not a death sentence. It's not, you're not gonna die from it or something, but just the word cancer, it's scary. And I'm 26, and they said it's uncommon, unusual, it's rare for me at my age to have them in both, and to have it at 26 and having no family history of it. So I cried that day. I cried like, because it's still a hard thing to take, to say out loud, even though I've told family in New Mexico and I've had to tell family here and having to repeat it all, but it was so hard. It's still hard now. But that day I was basically floating, I would say. And, that Friday, November 1st, is when I scheduled to see my breast surgeon and my oncologist. And I guess my left side is a triple negative, where no hormones are growing in it, and it's an aggressive cancer that grows fast. My right side came back positive, and it has hormones growing in it, so it's growing slow. And then we started talking about my plan, or what I was thinking of doing. And when I first found this out, then I pretty much looked at my mom and I said, they're coming off. They're both coming off. I've heard of different things that they do, plan wise, just taking the lump out and doing radiation or just things like that. But I told her, I was like, they're coming off. I'm gonna go with the most aggressive approach, and they're coming off because I have my son. I'm the only parent he has, and I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon. So he's my main reason for fighting this, for doing this video, so he can see how strong his mom was during this, and to show him that I'm not going anywhere. So when the doctor asked me what I wanted to do or gave me options, I told her I'm doing a double mastectomy plus reconstruction. There was no pause, there's no hesitation. I just said double mastectomy, and I want them off, I want it gone. And then we took blood because I needed to do a genetic testing to see where this genetic mutation came from, because especially with no history, and they asked me if I took blood thinners or hormone growth supplements that could have probably caused it. Oh, I don't know if that's what probably caused it, but that's what they just kept asking, is if I took blood thinners or hormone growth pills. I cannot speak. and I haven't taken anything like that. And so they're gonna see where this came from. And then she was talking about what the oncologist probably might do, that I might have to do chemo, a total of 8 sessions, 2 times a week. I don't know if it's gonna be before or after, but she was really nice. They're very informative, and I don't know much about the triple negative or any of the stuff that goes within biopsying masses. I have all my paperwork of the results and everything, and I haven't researched it all just yet. But that day, that Friday, November 1st, I saw my oncologist that same day too, and he was pretty much the same reaction as the first 2 doctors, of the fact that I'm 26. I have no history of it, and it's in both. He pretty much told me what would happen, like the chemo, the surgery, and I had to do tests. Friday I did a bone scan of my whole body to see what stage cancer I'm at, and I think also to see if it spread anywhere. I don't know if that's what that one was for, specifically to see if it spread anywhere, or if that's for the CT, but I had to take a CT scan on Monday. And then Tuesday is my follow-up with my oncologist, and also my appointment with a fertility doctor, because if I have to do surgery, not if I have to do surgery, if I have to do chemo, my ovaries would be done with after that. And so I wanted to talk to somebody to freeze my eggs. So that's as far as everything has gone. I know people ask me, are you okay? How you doing? And I'm okay. Not great. I have a really sense of humor about this thing. Well, I want to say thing about this diagnosis. It's not a thing, it's a diagnosis. And I'm like I said, I'm weird. I have a humor about the things. I express myself through humor to comfort myself, is what I would say. So there's things I would joke with my sister about my diagnosis. I know it's nothing to joke about, but it's the way I comfort myself. And it comes in waves, really hard waves. I'll be fine. I'll be able to just go about my day like I normally done, but some days it'll hit me, and it'll hit hard. I don't think it's fully set in that I have cancer. I don't know why, but I have it. And I know I'm like crying because I'm scared and saying it comes in really hard waves. Like I said, when I know people are going out there through the worst, who have terminal cancer, who are like at this moment dying of it, but I'm not trying to lessen anyone else's cancer or their diagnosis. I'm just saying this is something that scares me, that I'm going through. It's a scary thing for me because I never thought I would have cancer. I saw it on TV shows, I saw it with other people, and then boom, I have it. So I'm not trying to downplay anybody else's diagnosis or anything, but this is just me and what I'm going through, and what I plan to show what I'm going through. But that's pretty much it at this point. I plan to do a video every Sunday just to give updates, anyone who needs that comfort or support. And if anybody's gone through this, message me. I would love to hear more about this and what to expect, what's to come. I know everyone's different, but just an overview, because I have no idea what to expect. And I will be posting daily, kind of, hopefully, on Instagram and Snapchat. I'll put it in the description below. And I know I have makeup on right now. I look okay. I how I normally look, but this isn't always going to be how it is. I'm not going to have this makeup. I'm not going to look the greatest. I will probably look, I don't know, but I know it's not going to look good, and that's what I want. I want to capture the rawness of it. I want everyone to see what it is like to go through it, and you know, I don't want to be the poster face for prettiness of cancer. No, it's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this to communicate with family, and doing this to support someone who may need it wherever this video may land. And that's pretty much it. But before I end this video, I want to say thank you to all my family, far and wide, from Oklahoma to, I think, Kansas is where my aunt's at. I don't know. But just pretty much anyone who's messaged me to see how I was, to check on me, it really means a lot. Especially right now. I know I have a huge support system, but sometimes I feel alone in my head and I can't do that, but it's hard not to get in your head. But I just want to thank you guys so much, because it means so much to me. Just your words of encouragement and just helping me along the way, pretty much. I would like to thank my 3 best friends. They know who they are. They're the ones who've stuck around pretty much through everything. All my other friends kind of just disappeared. But I'm so thankful for them. I'm so grateful for them, and thank you guys. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for my grandma for taking me to my biopsy, even though I was stubborn and didn't want anyone to come with me. But like I said, grandmas will be grandmas, and she came, pretty much. And my sisters for being there for me for my first appointment, because that was like a crash course on breast cancer, I would say. Just everything, information upon information on my brain was unraveling. But thank you. Like this video or share it. You don't have to, but it would be amazing, because then it might reach someone who might need the support or just want that comfort, or it can reach someone who's gone through this and they can contact me to tell me their story, to tell me what to possibly expect. And thank you, and you'll see more of me. Thanks.